to Rami, because what Rami is going to introduce to us tonight on this show is the new way that he intends to operate. Rami, you're going to make sure that you keep the critical mass, the number of people that usually dine in your restaurants, by introducing special Perspex barriers. Is that right?
Absolutely, mate. So we've got guest guards. So what we've done is we didn't close down we were 100% dining restaurant and we wanted to stay open. So during that time, I was working away and thinking, how can I keep my restaurants? How can I maximise the numbers when the restaurants open up again? And the way I did it was I created a Perspex, a guest guard, to sit between every table. So they designed it about 1.6 metre high, about 1.5 metre wide, and they made it in a modular way so I'm able to maximise the restaurants and be able to give the customers some sort of safety and guarantee, well, not a guarantee, but to give them safety and make them feel more comfortable into coming to our restaurants and dining with their families and friends.
Richard?
Well, is it a little bit, though, feeling like you're stuck in a lift? I mean, it just worries me that you'd get that feeling of being too enclosed.
Absolutely not. They've been designed. Look, I've been in the industry for 30 years and I'm all about customer service and enhancing the customer's experience. So our restaurants are beautifully decorated and I don't want to take away from that. So the way the Perspex, the modules have been designed is to it's actually enhanced how the restaurants look, believe it or not. So what it's done, it's by accident. Now when you sit in that, because you still have a clear view, so they're clear, you can see the whole restaurant. And they've been in operation now for 2 days. But what it does, only today actually, I was sitting down with my old man and having a coffee. But what it did, my old man is an older fella, and we were able to compensate a lot better because the hearing, the outside noise never interrupted. And in all honesty, you could go out there and see yourself, it's actually enhanced the experience of the customer, and that wasn't the reason why I did it. I obviously did it for safety and to give the consumer a better experience. And as it has it, by luck, we've created something really nice.
See, most
I'm proud of what we've been able to achieve.
Well, most of those guards, Rami, if you look at the vision we just put to air, there's a lot more see-through than there is hard surface. So it's not all-encompassing. It doesn't make you claustrophobic. Do you think, Justin, this could be the new normal for a lot of eating houses? Because I'm seeing places in New York and LA introduce exactly the same guest guards.
Yeah, look, there's going to be a lot of things that we're going to have to do now. You know, the new normal, I have no idea what the new normal is going to be, but it's not going to be the old normal. But we're just going to have to roll with the punches. And good on you, mate, for coming up with something. You know, for me, as you know, Chris, I speak at conferences. I haven't done anything for the last 2.5 months. So we've got to get back to a normal way of operating it some way. And it's great that restaurants are coming up with something. I can't wait to get back to my local restaurants because they're still, you know, it's not viable or feasible for them to open at the moment. But, you know, well done, mate.
Richo, a question for the gents.
Well, I'm just trying to work out where you get these things from. Is everything just made here locally? Is this easy? Like, if any other restaurant wants to do it, can they just ring up and say, next week, can you deliver me this?
Richo, we've got plenty in stock. Matt, I've got containers here full. Like, I'm committed to helping the industry and doing whatever I can. We need people, we need the industry to get back on its feet. I mean, there's a lot of families, a lot of mum and dad restaurants who really struggled mentally and all the rest of it. So, yes, there is. There's plenty. I have plenty of stock that I brought in for my 30 restaurants. I have restaurants up and down the East Coast, and I've probably over-ordered. So if anyone needs any, Matt, I'm available. They could get it off me, that's for sure.
Just get hold of Rami from RASHAYS. But we could seriously, our builders locally could make this stuff, right?
Absolutely. Look, it's a very simple thing, mate. It's just, all what I did was I considered what the sneeze guards were about and what the supermarkets are doing, and I just wanted, like, I'm one of them things that I just wanted to innovate and make it easier, and I wanted to keep my staff employed. So I've made it very, very simple, mate. I've got a very simple mod. I'm not going to pretend. It's something really, really simple. Very quick to make.
Justin, you mentioned about, you know, moving ahead. We've got to not only increase our ability to give the customer the better experience. What does that entail? What do you mean a better experience?
Well, it's about having an experience. I'm not sure about you, but in the last 2.5 months, I haven't had any experience when I go out in the shop that there's a disconnect that's going on with consumers and either retailers or any business. For example, I've tried to order something online. They have not sent it. I've now sent 3 emails, made 4 phone calls today, and then sent a text message. Still no response. So if we as Australian businesses want to go to the next level once this is over, or now whilst it's happening, we actually have to do mind-blowing, as far as I'm concerned, mind-blowing experiences for our customers, because mind-blowing experiences then equal memories, and a memory then is something that you're going to talk about with other people, and that's how you grow a business. You don't have to go and spend 100%. A fortune on marketing and advertising, just look after your current customer. But at the moment, there's a lot of people that have actually stuck their head in the sand in business, and they're not doing anything other than the bare basics, and that is nothing. And that's the way that they're going about looking after their customers right now. And as I deal with large businesses, small businesses, and then also consumers, the consumer is crying out now to be looked after. If they're going to spend the money here in Australia, and they actually want to do face-to-face business, that's what they want to do. But it's really difficult when there's actually no engagement coming back from people that you deal with.
We've got a lot of growing up to do, it sounds that way. Rami, you're often racing, but can I ask you just this one question? If we're supposed to have this people-to-space ratio, it doesn't really apply in your case because you've got these guest guards that prevents any kind of virus exchanging from person to person within that 4 square metre radius.
100%. It's just, yeah, correct. We have so many, yeah, absolutely. It gives the customer that extra bit of security and safety. And you're right, the square metre thing does not apply there. But look, we still want to follow all regulations, and we understand that people are trying to make the best decisions, I guess, and we want to stay safe for our customers. So I understand where you're coming from, but...
Yeah, Justin Herald, Rami Ipmore, thank you so much for both of you. You've given a lot of food for thought, not just for Richo and myself, but also for businesses and consumers out there. We're heading to somewhere that's called the new normal, and I think this is part of the answer to that. Thank you very much for your time.
Thanks, mate.
Thank you for having us.